Hello, my lovely islanders. It's Sydney Island here. That's Island with the Y, not an S. And as you can tell by the title, today we're going to talk about Mars in the lovely Aquarius. Okay, so before I get into it, I would like to let you all know that I do birth chart readings. So hit me up and God, I was on a roll. I do this so much when I film my freaking videos. Okay, so in the description box below will be my contact information if you want to get a birth chart reading. And also in this corner right here, there's going to be an eye that says Planet Mars and Astrology Explained. Hit that so you can get a deeper explanation of what Planet Mars is all about. Okay, so let's jump into Mars in Aquarius. Okay, so Planet Mars is the planet of your sex drive. It's the planet of your energy. It's how you get motivated. Are you able to stay motivated? You know, are you the type of person that has spurts of energy and then you lose it? It's how you go about getting what you desire, right? Planet Mars is the planet of action. So it's all about how you do things, right? It's your energy, right? It's your vitality. It's your energy levels. It's your physical energy. This is a very physical planet. So it's about who you are attracted to sexually in a physical way, like what kind of physical body you're attracted to sexually. Okay, so Mars in Aquarius. Okay, so this is a very interesting Mars. Like, whenever there's Aquarius anywhere, it's interesting. Okay, it's gonna be very, very unique and very different because Aquarius is way out there. Okay, let's start by saying that Aquarius is like, they think on a whole nother plane than most people. They think outside of the box, okay? So with this placement, you prefer to create new ways of doing things. You're very innovative and you do your own thing and you do it your own way. And you prefer not to do what everybody else is doing, and you prefer not to do it in the way that everybody else did it. You're very much about creating a new path. And you don't care if you're the only one on that path. Like, you don't mind at all. You don't need other people to be on your train for you to like do what you want to do. You're very, very independent minded, and you think for yourself because this is a fixed placement, right? Aquarius is a fixed sign, and so you're very set in your ways, and what you want to do, you do it, and nobody can really change your mind about it. You're stubborn on a personal level, but when it comes to your worldview and how you view society, you're very much open-minded. You're very much also progressive. You are all about the betterment of humanity and the betterment of mankind. You really care about people. Like, although you can be kind of like detached and, you know, super independent and you're doing your own thing, you really do care about people. Like, you care about making the world a better place. That is like your dream, okay? Anybody with like strong Aquarius placements, is their dream to like raise the awareness of humanity and make people like come together, you know? Like, they're all about unity. Think about Bob Marley, who was an Aquarius sun. Bob Marley's music was all about like togetherness and like one love. Think about it, you know? Aquarius energy is all about bringing people together. So if you have a Mars in Aquarius, you may be really good at networking and, you know, meeting, like having your friends meet each other and all that kind of stuff. You're like really good with social connections. If you get boxed in any way, you are going to rebel your ass off, okay? You do not like restrictions. You do not like for people to tell you what to do. If people try to like hold you down or restrict your freedom, you will become a rebel. You're going to rebel because this is not in your nature to do what somebody else wants you to do, right? And so this is also like for relationships, you know. If you're in a relationship with somebody who restricts your freedom, yeah, you're not gonna you're not gonna enjoy that relationship. You prefer to be with somebody who is open-minded like you and who allows you to like roam free and explore the world, because at the end of the day, like, Aquarius energy is explorer energy. You want to explore as much as you can. You will also experiment with your sexuality because Mars is the sexual planet, right? So your sexual energy is Aquarius energy, right? So when it comes to sexuality, you may be a little bit detached. You may be able to have sex with somebody without getting your feelings involved. So you might have like detached sex and be detached from your lover emotionally. You're not into the whole, you know, mushy gushy feelings, you know, a little bit like a Mars and Capricorn. So you're not necessarily driven by like a sexy body like as much as like a Mars and Aries, because Aries is such a physical placement, and Mars rules Aries and Scorpio, by the way. So Mars and Aries is such a physical placement. Like they're really, really sexually aroused by like a certain body type or a body form or like looks. But when it comes to Mars and Aquarius, you have to be stimulated like through your mind a lot of the times to get sexually aroused. Not always, because like I said, you have that detached kind of way about you where you can have detached sex. But for you, it's like the best sex for you and the best relationships are the ones where you have a mental connection with the person that you're with, you know, an intellectual connection. You love people who are good at communication, you know, and you prefer to be with somebody who is good at communication. Okay, so there's some placements, some Mars placements who are definitely more aggressive about getting what they want, like a Mars and Aries, a little bit of a Mars and Leo. Sometimes they can be a little controlling, which is the opposite of Aquarius. Leo is opposite Aquarius. So Aquarius isn't going to be as aggressive going about getting what they want. Instead, they use their intellect, you know? This is that classic air sign thing. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, all Mars in these air signs uses their intellect and their mind and their clever, you know, their smarts. They use their smarts to get further in life, you know, to get what they want, rather than just being like overbearing and aggressive and, you know, just like I gotta do it. Like Mars and Aquarius people, they may be impulsive, but they also plan. You know, Mars and Aquarius is such an interesting placement. Aquarius energy is so interesting because they'll be really impulsive and unpredictable, and just like all of a sudden they want to do this. But then they have another side of them where they do plan and they do think, and you know, they're really smart. Like they're very, very intelligent. But it's like they can come off like it way up into the clouds, so you may think they're scatterbrained and crazy. Like these people are like crazy artist vibes, you know, like that crazy artist who seems a little bit like, you know, a little nuts. That's Mars and Aquarius for you. Also Mars and Gemini. Yeah, so Mars and Aquarius people are good at getting their way, you know, because they're good at, you know, I was about to say bribing you. I wouldn't say they would bribe you. No, they wouldn't really. I wouldn't say they would bribe you. They're just good at just speaking and getting what they want. They don't have to really play the games. You know, they're not really the type to really be about mind games and playing. They're very authentic and genuine, and they'll get what they want just by being who they are. Because these people are like very original, very unique. They are their own person. And true happiness for Mars and Aquarius is reaching the heights of your career by just being yourself. You know, you would rather not, you know, ever have to say that you changed yourself to get to the top. You'd rather just be like, I stayed true to myself the whole way through, and boom, look at me, I'm successful. You place a lot of value on freedom and your individuality and the whole thing with the self, right? Because it rules Aries, and Aries is all about the self, right? So, and Aquarius is already super individualistic and independent minded. So this placement, you are you. You know, you're not somebody else. You're not an image. You're not what society tells you to be. You are you. You are yourself. You're very authentic. And I think about Maya Angelou, who was an Aries sun, Mars and Aquarius. And if she wasn't herself, child, she was herself. And that's why I'm so inspired by her. Like, I love her so much, y'all. I'm reading a book that she wrote called I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And she's very, like, this is an autobiography of her childhood. And in this book, she's very honest about her experiences. And man, like the amount of bravery that she has in order to tell about like this dark thing that happened to her when she was a kid, to be able to just write a story and to just go into like detail about it. And like, man, like she's very brave, you know, having a Aries sun, Mars and Aquarius, like two super brave signs. Like she's super brave, and she's always herself. Like no one would ever think like Maya Angelou's fake. Like you would never, that would never even cross your mind. Like she is herself, and she's just so rooted. Man, I think about that Sierra song, Rooted. I don't know if she's in Mars and Aquarius. Sierra, I don't know. I know she's a Scorpio sun, but I ramble. Anyways, Maya Angelou, like she's so rooted. She's so rooted in who she is. And she definitely has that Aquarius energy of like, I don't care how unusual I am me. And I think about her poem, Still I Rise, which is on this painting right here that I did. I'm a huge fan of Maya Angelou. Like, she's awesome. She's awesome. And that Mars in Aquarius makes her just so genuine and really like the perfect role model. Jada Pinkett Smith is also Mars in Aquarius. She, those of you who don't know, she's an actress and she has the Red Table Talk, her little TV show talking about, your struggles in life. And she's very, very raw on that show. Like, she's so raw and honest about her struggles in life, like an Aquarius would be, But she's a little bit more emotional, being a Virgo. Let's see. Please write in freedom. Yeah, your approach to intimacy can be a little bit detached also. Think of a Mars in Scorpio. Like, they want that deep emotional connection. But a Mars in Aquarius is like, no, I'll just have some fun. Like, I just want to have fun with you. These people, although they're very individualistic, they are hyper aware of people. They're aware of groups. And they shine best when they are using their individualistic mindset and personality to like bring people together. A person with a Mars in Aquarius really needs open-minded friends because friendships is really important to Aquarius people. And having friends who you can bounce off of your ideas with and people who are just as open to, creative, weird ideas, like you need that. You need friends who are open to just something that is unusual and unexpected because that's all you serve. Like, you serve unusual all day, every day. And you need people who can receive that, people who are receptive enough to like just take that and be like, yeah, like that's a good idea. Like, I think we should do that. Like, you think very much ahead of everybody. Like, you think more like towards the future, and you need people who can keep up with that because you're not thinking about the past. All you're thinking about is how can we be better now and how can we like translate that into the future. You know what I'm saying? How can we make the future better? You're always thinking about there, forward, up. You're not the type to look down. You look up. You're moving forward. And I think about Maya Angelou. She's always like, every time she speaks, it's like you can tell that she wants us to move forward. She wants mankind to be better. She wants us to move to our like higher consciousness. She wants us to be the best version of ourselves. And that's Aquarius. You're very much enticed by mental challenges also, like games and debates. So you're very much turned on. That could be sexual. Yeah, you are turned on by mental, stimulation and a good debate. But yeah, you're just excited and hyped up when it comes to mental challenges. And you have the confidence. You know that you're smart enough to win in an argument. You are motivated by a change. You're motivated by change. You're motivated by the change that can take place in the world. You're motivated by the possibility of a better future. You're just very inspirational. Maya Angelou with that Mars and Aquarius Aries sun, she was very inspirational. It's all she did was inspire. Aquarius people, they literally sometimes, like I've known some people who have Aquarius suns who are like so positive that sometimes you think that they're on another planet, and that's Aquarius energy. They literally are on another planet. They're way ahead of you. Like, they're way, way ahead of you. And, they're always thinking about how can things be better? How can we get out of like our grandparents' old, outdated ways of living? Like Mars and Aquarius people are the type to like have tattoos and piercings and like colorful hair, and they're gonna just do things differently. They definitely don't want to do things the way that their parents did, and certainly not the way their grandparents did. They really, it's like they're not like as phased by tradition as other people are. They're just like, that doesn't really work for me, so I'm not really gonna do it. So let's talk about anger really quick. I feel like with the Mars and Aquarius person, they're so detached that when it comes to their anger, I wouldn't say they're the type to get angry all the time. Like, I don't see them like getting angry all the time. I feel like it takes a while for you to really provoke that emotion out of them. But once it's there, yeah, I feel like it'll be scary because I've seen some Aquarius people get angry and their anger is intense. Like, Aquarius energy, people don't talk about this enough, but like Aquarius people have anger. Like, they do. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really know any Mars and Aquarius people personally that I'm aware of. But I know quite a few Aquarius suns, and they have anger, and a lot of times it's because they feel like people be trying them, like they're like, don't you try me, Like, I've known some Aquarius people, literally, like my Aquarius friend, she'd be like, yo, if anybody say anything to me, I'm going off. Like, why do I use the phone? Yeah, she was on the phone when she said it. Like, they just don't like people to test them or try them or, test their independence and test their individuality. Like, this is me, don't try me. You know what I'm saying? So that's when they get angry. They also, I've noticed Aquarius people don't like when people challenge their authority, especially if they're in a authoritative position. They don't like when people try to degrade them and make them small, make them feel small and like degrade them to a lower position. They're like, yo, I'm at this higher status for a reason. I know what I'm doing. Don't tell me what to do. Like, they don't like being told what to do. Aquarius energy is so stubborn. Mars and Aquarius people, like, don't tell them what to do. They're gonna do what they want to do anyway. So you might as well not even tell them what to do because they're not listening to you. But overall, I feel like Mars and Aquarius people can be a lot to handle just because they have so much energy and they can be so unpredictable and all over the place, and like they want to do this and then they want to do that and they want to see this and and they're just all over the place and they have so many ideas and so many thoughts. They're very, very mental people, and you never know what they're going to do next, and it can be a little bit exhausting. But these people mean well. Like, I feel like, of course, not everybody, not every Mars and Aquarius is like great and wonderful, but for the most part, I feel like Mars and Aquarius people, they mean well. Like, they really want to make the world a better place, and they make really good friends. Like, these people are very loyal, and they really like to lend a helping hand. They really, really do. Like, they're very giving, very helpful, and they have a lot of new ideas that will definitely like make the world just so much better than what it is. Like, they have an eye for the future. Like, these people have a very clear, keen vision, and they have a heart of gold. These people are very, very, very sweet. They can be sweet. But on the flip side, they can be cold too. So don't test them. They can be detached and emotionless, and they can say some words that'll cut you. So be careful. But overall, yeah, this is an awesome energy. It's very unique, and if you have a Mars in Aquarius, you are meant to do things in a way that nobody else ever did them. So don't try to meet up to somebody else's standards. Be yourself. So I hope that you all enjoyed that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.